give you a warm welcome to 1 and 2. I'm Alkan Jacob and my class number is 9. I hope all you are safe at home. Let us start our session. Today I am going to discuss about optical computer. Before going to optical computer, we need to know about optical computing. Okay. Optical computing describes a new technological approach for the creation of computer or computer components with the help of optics. That is optical computing. Okay, with the help of optics, we develop optical computer components, computers, etc. Then, moving to optical computer. Optical computer is a hypothetical computer use visible light or infrared light beams rather than electric current to perform digital computation. In our normal computer, everything is worked with the help of electricity, or it has electrical components. So it uses electrons for the digital computation. But in optical computer, it uses visible light or photonics for the digital computation. Okay, that is optical computer. Then, what's the need of optical computer, or why we use optical computers? In silicon computer, the speed of computer was achieved by miniaturizing electronic components. Okay, our normal computer it has electronic components, so everything is worked with the help of electricity. Electronic components are worked with the help of electricity. But in in our optic computer, there is no electrical components, so there is no need for electricity. Why we use electricity, there is a chance for electrical interferences or electrical short circuit. But in optical computer, there is no chance for electrical interferences, so we can avoid electric short circuit or electrical interferences. Okay. Then they have low transmission and high bandwidth. It has high bandwidth, large bandwidth. Then it has a special capability called multiplexing capability. That is, multiple channels can be communicated parallelly without interferences. Okay, it is possible to communicate multiple channels parallelly without any interferences. Okay, that is multiplexing capability. Then electric current has the speed of electric current is only 10% of light. Speed of light. Okay, therefore optical computer have very much speed when compared with our normal computer. Then therefore increase performance. Here it has high performance. Then optical computing employs a technology called silicon photonics that uses laser light instead. And here performing computation, operation, storage and transmission of data using light. That is, every operations are done with the help of optics, not electricity. So the performance, computations, operations, transmission of data, everything is take place with the help of by using light. Therefore, it has high speed. That's all. These are the features or properties of optical computer. Then next is the components of optical computer. The components of optical computers are hard disk, CPU, cache memory, main memory, power supply and screen. These are the components of optical computer. These all terms are very familiar with us. Hard disk, CPU, cache memory, main memory and power supply and screen also. First one is hard disk. We know that it is used for storing data. It is used for storing data, that is used for storing programs, files, etc. And it is a disk. The disk will be holographic and will somewhat resemble a CD-ROM or DVD. Then that is, it will be spinning transparent plastic platter with writing end and a reading end. It has a writing end for writing purpose and a reading end for reading purpose. So it has a writing end and a reading end, and it is a storage area. It's used for storing data. That's it. This is disk, hard disk. Then next one is CPU. CPU is a central processing unit for processing the operations on a optical computer. Okay, it's a central processing unit and its principle is very much similar to our normal CPUs, and the only difference is that the normal CPU consisting of electronic processes, but in CPU in optical computer it consisting of optoelectric integrated circuits. Clear? And then it has high speed, high perform efficiency. That's it. This is CPU. Then next one is RAM. RAM is a random access memory. It is a storage area and it is very fast. That's all. The next one is cache memory. Cache memory is a temporary storage area and it is used for storing data. The next one is main memory. Memory is the storage area and can store large amount of data, and that's all. The next one is power supply. Power supply it is used for giving power to the optical computer. Then one of the biggest advantage of photonic capability circuitry is the low power requirement. It has a photonic circuitry has a special feature, and it's one of the main advantages of photonic circuitry is the low power requirement. It has only very low power. It won't. Then it consisting of a lithium battery, and we can charge the battery and use. Okay. The next one is last one is display screen. Display screen is used for display data. So these are the components of optical computer. Once again, hard disk, CPU, main memory, cache memory, display screen, and power supply. These are the components of optical computer. The next one is optical computing. We already discussed about optical computing, and here we use light in the place of electrons. Instead of using electrons, here we use light or optics. Then uses optical components. A normal computer, it uses electronic components, but here it uses optical components. Then transistors, logical gates, etc. are stimulated using optics. Everything is stimulated by using optics. Then all optical components require a high level of laser power to function as requirement. It requires high laser power. Then send pulse of light instead of pulse of electricity. Here sending pulse of light instead of pulse of electricity. Okay. Then this is optical computer. We already discussed that. Then next topic is components of optical computing. Okay, components of optical computing include VCSEL, SLM, and WDM. Last one is optical memory. These are the components of optical computing. First one is VCSEL. VCSEL stands for vertical surface emitting vertical VCSEL, vertical cavity surface emitting laser. Okay, this is a component. This is an optical computing component, and it has high power performance and low cost advantages. Okay, then principles involved in the operations of VCSEL are very similar to those of regular lasers. Okay, the operations are very similar to our regular lasers, and there is two special conductor. It has two special conductor, material sandwiching an active layer. It has also an active. There is an active layer where all the actions take place. Here all actions are take place in active layer. Then there is several layers for partially reflecting mirrors above and below of active layer. There is mirrors above and below the active layer. Then each mirrors reflect a narrow range of wavelength back into the cavity in order to cause light emissions. The mirrors are used for the emission of light, for the light emission. Then set of memory cells laid out a rectangular grid. These are electrically connected to a metal mirrors. There is memory cells also, and these are connected to a metallic mirrors, electrically connected to metallic mirrors. Then emit light. VCSEL emit light in a cylindrical beam vertically from surface of fabricated waveform. It emits lights like a cylinder. That's all. This is VCSEL, stands for vertical cavity surface emitting light. Laser. Sorry, light no, laser. Then next one is SLM. SLM stands for spatial light modulator. A player important role in several technical areas where the control of light on a pixel by pixel basis is a key element, such as optical processing and display. SLM is also an optical component, optical computing component. That's all. Next one is WDM. WDM stands for wide division multiplexer. It's a wide division multiplexer or wavelength division multiplexing. Multiplexer. Wavelength division multiplexer, it's a mechanism, it's a method for sending many different wavelength down the same optical fibers. That is, through an optical fibers, it is possible to send different wavelengths, light with different wavelengths. We know that an optical computer is a connecting device used for sending optics or used for sending light. So, in the wide wavelength division multiplexing is a method for sending different wavelengths, light with the different wavelengths through a single optical fiber. Okay. Next one is, last one is optical fiber or optical memory. So, an optical fiber is a connecting device. Okay, we know that it's very familiar with us. It's a connecting device used for sending optics or light. These are the components of optical computing. Once again, the components of optical computing are VCSEL, SLM, WDM and optical memory. That's it. So the next topic is germanium laser. Germanium laser, here one of the issues of current chip is excessive power needed for the transport and store ever increasing amount of data. Okay, this is the issues in current chip. The only one solution is that use optics. Okay, is then only one solution. So the MIT researchers have demonstrated the first laser built for germanium which can perform optical communication. So the germanium is the first laser built for optical communication. Okay. Then MIT researchers demonstrate the germanium whose electrons would tend to go in a heat emitting state. Okay, the electrons of germanium, the MIT researchers demonstrate that the electrons of germanium can go heat emitting state. Okay, then it produces laser that are cheap and it is very familiar to the chip manufacturers also. So they choose germanium for the optic communication. So germanium is the first laser built for the optical communication. So there are two methods to make germanium optic friendly. First one is doping and second one is stain the germanium. So doping means which involves the implanting very low concentration of a material such as phosphorus to force more electron in the conduction band and modify the electrical properties of material. Okay, doping it's a method to make the germanium more optic friendly, and also the strain of germanium. This is the second method. That is, pulling its atoms slightly farther apart than they would be naturally by growing it directly on top of the layer of silicon, and this make it easier for the electrons to jumping into the photon emitting state. Okay, strain the germanium means it make the strain the germanium, that is it makes the electrons in germanium goes to the photon emitting state. So these are the two methods to make germanium more optic friendly. So germanium laser, once again germanium laser means it's a first laser built for optical communication. MIT researchers demo. So the last topic is advantages and disadvantages of optical computer. Okay, first one is advantages. Advantages means first point is increase in the speed of computation. Okay, the optical computer increase the speed of computation than our normal computer. Then free from electronic short circuit. We already discussed that there is no electronic components or there is no need for electricity, so there is no chance for electrical short circuits. Then have Then speed of light in photonic circuits will be close to speed of the light in vacuum. That is, it has much more speed than our normal computer. It has high speed. Then capable of communicating several channels in parallel without interferences. That is multiplexing capability. One of the main capability, one of the main advantages of optical computer is that multiplexing capability. That is, multiple channels can be communicated parallelly without any interferences. Then possess superior storage density and accessibility. No power loss due to excess of heat. There is no power loss while they are heating. Nothing can be happen. Then life of hardware of optical computer is more. It has more lifespan. Optical computer has more lifespan. These are the advantages of optical computer. And last one is the disadvantages of optical computer. That is, optical components and their production is expensive. It is very expensive. And optical computer has more miniaturized enough yet. That is, it is very rare. Optical components are very rare for us. Then problems of extract manufacturers. That is, it is not easy for the manufacturer. And incompatibility. And last point is due to inferences caused by dust particles. We say that there is no problems. There is no electrical interferences, but there is a chance for interferences caused by dust particles. So these are the disadvantages of optical computer. So we discussed that about optical computer, then properties or need of optical computer, then components of optical computer, optical computing, components of optical computing, then germanium laser, and advantages and disadvantages of optical computing. These are the optical computing. Then so I hope that you all are understanding about my topic. Thank you for your listening. Thank you so much.